Lord, a poem from the collection Rambles of a Rambler, poems to shape and sharpen a mind in need. Lord, thank you for this world. It may not be my own, but I share it with others whom it is my responsibility to be sensitive to their vulnerability. Lord, because the world isn't my own, you've given me a nation I can proudly call my own. I share it with others I call fellow countrymen and women, whom it is my responsibility to respect, but admonish where necessary, and not take advantage of their vulnerability. Lord, humanity is justice, equality, humility, and dignity. It is also tolerance, endurance, and forgiveness. Give me the grace to understand this, so I can be an invaluable asset to my community, my nation, and the good old world.
Rambles of the Rambler, Rambles.
Today we are going to examine the poem Lord, poem titled Lord. Sammy, Lord, the title of the poem makes it sound like a prayer.
Actually, whether it's a prayer or whether it is a supplication, Lord is in reference to the way Christians refer to their Creator. I am a Christian by faith, so I will easily get to that, and I believe in the fact that the Creator, who is God, is also referred to as Lord, and that is why the word Lord, the title of the poem is in capital because it is in reference to the Creator, and so it is an appeal to the Creator that listen to us. So in further analysis, it is a prayer.
Does your use of Lord in this poem exclude the Muslim readers or audience?
It doesn't. We are talking about oneness and humanity. And I am saying that I am of the Christian faith. I was brought up to understand that the Creator is called God. And people who have other faiths,
Have different names
for the same Creator.
That's right.
And I think I respect them. So when I am doing this, it is for the universality of humanity.
When I read this poem, Lord, my mind went back to the poem we discussed the other day, Human Oneness, in which both poems talk about unity, togetherness, gregariousness of human beings, the fact that humans should be one another's keeper. The poem Lord shows that the poet that you are is a unifier. Is that what you really intended to communicate in Lord?
Well, the principal idea here is that of gratitude.
Okay.
I intend, to make humanity, because one of the human problems is the lack of gratitude.
The lack of gratitude to their maker.
Gratitude to their maker, and gratitude to other human beings. If you look at, if you show gratitude to some other person,
You are showing gratitude to God.
No, you are also showing gratitude to God, but you know that when you show gratitude to someone, you are elevating that person's spirits.
Absolutely.
That whatever I did to this person, for him to show me gratitude, is the fact that he appreciated what I did. And it will make you happy and be able to go ahead and do other things which will help other human beings. And so this is the essence of gratitude. I feel that we should even show gratitude to our Maker. So if we show gratitude to our Maker, I think just that feeling that He is there, we're not going to hate one another. Because if we show gratitude to Him, the Maker, why did He make us? Did He make us to come and fight one another? Because God as He is, the whole concept of God is goodness. So if we show gratitude to Him, it is an indication that we're going to obey His laws. We're going to obey what He intends us to do.
Indeed, manifesting gratitude to one another in society is a way of uplifting ourselves and uplifting others. Now, I want to come back to this aspect of prayer. This poem is made of 3 stanzas. Each stanza begins with Lord, Lord, Lord. Now, there is this 3rd stanza which, even though you read out at the beginning of this recording, I think you should read it out. Lord, humanity is justice, equality, humility, and dignity. It is also tolerance, endurance, and forgiveness. Give me the grace to understand this, so I can be an invaluable asset to my community, my nation, and the good. This is prayer. It sounds like the prayer that we usually make to our Creator, maybe when we wake up in the morning, or when we're going to sleep at night. What do you have to say about that?
Right. It is, and it is a prayer to our Maker. But at the same time, it is to place all of us. It is a reminder to all of us, because He's supposed to know what He means for us. That as a human being, it is to point out to Him that, there is a lot of injustice in this world. So we are reminding ourselves and reminding Him that humanity lacks justice and needs this justice. Humanity lacks equality and humanity needs this equality. Humanity lacks humility and humanity needs this humility. So all these virtues are what we need to have. And that, humanity needs endurance, as the poem continues, and forgiveness.
Of course.
And forgiveness, of course.
And why not tolerance?
So if we forgive one another, it is an indication that we'll be pleasing our Creator.
Sammy, you are a poet. You wrote this poem titled Lord. You may not necessarily be the speaker of the poem, but all the ideas are you. And I know that some ideas may be conceived as far as the poet and the reader are concerned. There may be some hidden messages in this poem that you and you alone are able to reveal to the public.
Well, you're right. One of those messages is the fact that Though we belong to one world, but the world is also divided into nations, which everyone should be grateful for their nation. And the people therein, people we can call fellow countrymen and women. And this message is important because a lot of people don't show gratitude to their nations. Most people take for granted what their nation is. They don't think that, no, but it's gratifying to belong to a nation.
Absolutely.
And it is your responsibility to ensure, to give thanks to God that you at least have that nation and you do everything possible to that particular nation. Help it grow. Each one of us should help our respective nations grow in prosperity.
So that it becomes a comfortable place for those who belong to
that nation. Yes. And another message is that we should not take advantage of human weaknesses. We all live as human beings, but we don't have the same abilities. And those who have, better abilities than the others should not take advantage of those that don't have the same abilities as theirs. We should try as much as possible to understand that when you have somebody who is in a weaker position, it makes you happy. Your happiness is derived from giving assistance to those who need assistance from you. So that is one of the things that can help us as human beings. To be happy. A lot of people, what is life? Living for others.
As someone would say, giving is more fulfilling.
Yes, it's more fulfilling. First of all, I would want to say that a lot of people die in pain because they feel that whatever wealth they might have amassed is not going to be inherited by their own blood brothers or their own blood or their own children, and they die feeling very unhappy. Then people should think that you are simply, playing the role that is helping the Creator in making the world a better place. We talk about the world being a better place again, making the world a better place. Therefore, whatever thing you have produced and you are leaving behind, you should only be thankful to God that you were able to do that. And it is also your own contribution. A lot of people say, you should rather live this world, make this world, live it better than you made it.
That's right. Sammy, how this poem applies to the Cameroonian situation, from messages you put across in this poem, it is clear that you, the poets, are also addressing those Cameroonians who don't respect their nation, those Cameroonians who think it is their right to want to break away from our Cameroonian nation. Smartly, short message for this category of Cameroonian.
That's a very important question, Douglas. It is true that the poem Lord has a global appeal, but I was inspired by the events in my country, Cameroon. The answer to your question is in the second stanza, which, I should quickly look at that second stanza. Because the world isn't my own, you've given me a nation, a nation I can proudly call my own. I share it with others. Others I call fellow countrymen and women, whom it is my responsibility to respect, but admonish where necessary, and not take advantage of their vulnerability. You see, if we Cameroonians proudly appropriate our nation, we shall relate differently towards one another and avoid the crisis we are going through. Nation, I bet, to have a nation is divine.
Thank you so much, Sammy. The poem entitled Law is quite profound.
Thanks for having me in your discussion.